Hey everyone! Hi there! Hello to all of you amazing people. My name is Jake, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Welcome to another episode of our Relax Learning podcast. I hope you're having a fantastic day, because I definitely am. I'm super excited to share today's story with you. Now, before we jump in, I just want to say one thing. If you listen to this podcast all the way to the end, I promise you, yes, I really mean it, you will grow your English vocabulary, improve your listening skills, and feel more confident using English. I'm here with you on this journey, and we are going to get better together. So keep going, and you'll see amazing progress. Sound good? Great. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into today's story. So today I'm going to tell you about my first time traveling alone. Honestly, it was a crazy fun and a bit scary experience. I was 22 years old, full of energy and dreams, and I decided to visit Spain, a country I had always wanted to explore. I had never traveled alone before, and my Spanish, well, let's just say it was basic at best. I knew a few words like hola and gracias, but that was about it, so I thought, no problem at all. I'll just speak English everywhere I go. That should work fine. Easy, right? Well, it turned out to be a little trickier than I expected. First, at the airport, I had my first little oops moment, and it still makes me laugh when I think about it. I was super excited, walking confidently to the check-in counter with my passport in hand. The lady smiled at me and asked, "Where are you flying today?" I knew the answer, of course. I was flying to Madrid. But because I was a bit nervous and my brain was going a little too fast, I accidentally said, "I'm flying to Monday." Yes, Monday, not even close to Madrid. The lady looked a bit confused for a second, and then we both just burst out laughing. It was such a small mistake, but you know what? It really helped break the ice. And I felt much more relaxed after that little laugh. Then on the plane, I had another interesting experience. I sat next to a man who was super friendly and loved to talk. He started chatting with me in very fast English, way faster than I was used to. I could understand maybe 60% of what he said, which was a bit stressful at first. I smiled, nodded a lot, and tried to keep up with the conversation as best I could, but honestly, I was a little lost half the time. The funny part? He thought I was a local English speaker because my accent sounded so natural to him. That completely surprised me, but it also gave me a huge confidence boost. In that moment, I realized that even if I didn't understand everything perfectly, I was doing pretty well. But the real adventure started when I arrived in Madrid. I had my hotel address saved on my phone, and I felt totally prepared. But guess what happened? My phone battery died. Completely dead. No map, no directions, and no way to contact anyone. For a few minutes, I just stood there, frozen, thinking, what do I do now? I didn't know anyone in the city, and it was getting dark. I had no choice but to ask people on the street for help, and to be honest, that was so scary at first. My heart was racing, and my hands were shaking a little. But here's the amazing thing. Every time I asked for directions, I felt a little braver. I practiced simple sentences like, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And "Where is this hotel?" And you know what? Every single person I talked to was so kind and patient. Even when I made mistakes, they smiled and tried their best to understand me and help me. By the end of that trip, I realized something really important, something that changed the way I think about learning languages. You don't have to speak perfect English to communicate. Not at all. You just have to try, to put yourself out there, and to keep going even when it feels hard. Every small conversation you have, every question you ask, makes you stronger and more confident. That's the biggest thing I learned from that whole experience. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being brave enough to try. Of course, some things went wrong, like getting completely lost in a neighborhood far from my hotel, or ordering the wrong food at a restaurant because I misunderstood the menu. Once, I thought I was ordering a salad, but I ended up with a giant plate of squid. But honestly, those are the stories I remember the most, and they make me smile every time I think about them. Mistakes become memories, and memories become lessons. So my message to you is really simple but powerful. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't wait until you are perfect to start speaking. Go out there, practice your English, and enjoy the journey. Every mistake is a step forward. You are learning and growing every single day, even when you don't realize it. Keep going. You've got this. All right, that's my story for today. Now I want to ask you, have you ever traveled alone? Or do you want to try it one day? What's your biggest fear about traveling alone? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories, and by the way, don't forget to check out the description below. You'll find a playlist with all my other podcast episodes, so if you want to keep improving your English, go and watch them too. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me create more awesome content for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You're amazing. See you next time. Take care and keep learning.